Hello, hello, lovely humans within the sound of my voice. So, just a heads up, in this episode, we are having a couple of drinks, and myself and NecroGardeN encourage you to have a drink with us while you're listening. You know, it's hard to go out nowadays, so um, take a seat, take a listen, have a drink, and there will be pee breaks. And please enjoy the podcast.
He kept going, and I kept drinking. He had that face like, you're gonna give up any second. I'm like, this is free booze, keep it coming. And I drank his entire squirt bottle of fucking sake, and he was just...
That's championship.
It's always like that. Like, if you're ever at a hibachi and you're like the young gun that's like legal to drink, they look at you and they're like, yo, none of these old guys are gonna like want to drink. So you're taking all of it.
Have our dirty 3-week-old water bottle sake.
Saki, fun time in my mouth.
Okay, so anyways, everybody, welcome to WhoDat.
Oh, WhoDat?
And today I have NecroGardeN with me.
You suck.
Yeah, cool. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Yo, I'm Mark. I'm the drummer.
Yeah, I'm Joe. I play guitar.
Whoa, I'm Mike, and I also play... I'm an alcoholic. I mean, I play guitar too.
Yo, you're an alcoholic?
Yo, I'm your friendly neighborhood black man. You guys are alcoholics too? Let's go. Whoop whoop. I play the bass. Yeah.
We do not
Yeah.
know
What the hell?
You know, it's a very stark time. There's Black Lives Matter, and you know, I can't say the N-word.
Oh my god.
We at NecroGardeN
You
do
can't
not
have
condone
this.
alcoholism.
I think you have your own decision to make. You're
Yeah, it's a real tough time in the world,
Yeah.
and
No bueno.
it's not okay. But I wasn't trying to say nigga off. I just said nigga. All right.
I think that would be actually the third time you said it.
I hope you do bleeps. That's funny as hell if you do bleeps. Oh, okay. That's fair.
This is
I'll
uncensored.
I'll take that. Anyways, I'm Jeremy. I play bass.
And?
Oh, I sing too. I do that thing.
Oh, good lord.
I give them pipes. You know, clean your pipes. I'm your plumber. Coming in your house, laying down pipe,
Goodness.
making sure your septic's clean.
And I lay down the beats.
So you're saying our music shit? Is that what you're saying right now?
I make. Sure. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so, music, guys.
Hey.
That's what you do. So what would you say your genre is, fellows?
I would definitely say like in the realm of like more of a hardcore metal, kind of leaning towards like 90s, early 2000s, like kind of on the thrashy side here and there, but most of the time it gets kind of melodic. It's like melodic metal. I'd say melodic metal. Genres are bad with me. I'm bad with genres.
I like melodic metal. For
Yeah.
that, too.
Little bit melodic, little bit of thrash, a little bit of progressive.
Oh, yeah, I think it's progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Sure.
we're like kind of reminiscent of like the first wave of metalcore, like your Kill Switch Engage, like your Trivium, like your Lamb of God.
I mean, that's what I
like,
hope to be.
like a nice metalcore groove, but you know, we all kind of add our own sort of like unique element to
You
it.
give it a spice.
The
Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
I played funk. What
Funk is cool.
I like being groovy.
Mark is funky.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go one by one around this table. So Jeremy, how long have you been playing bass and music in general?
I've always had a serious interest in music. Never got like scratch that one. I always had a serious interest in music, but I didn't really get to playing until I was about 16, which honestly I wish I started even sooner. But now I think total it's been about 8 years. Yeah, about 8 years playing bass. Didn't discover I could sing probably like until 3 years ago.
Chronicles, Michael.
Yes, so I first started playing guitar when I was like 13. My cousin gave me like a hand-me-down acoustic guitar for like me to jam with, and instantly I was like, let's play metal! And then for some reason, me having picked it up 2 days ago couldn't play like Raining Blood on the acoustic guitar, so I gave up for 3 years and then picked it back up when I was like 15 or 16. But I got like an electric guitar, and that was a lot easier. And then things started kind of. I was like, hey, let's not be a jackass about it, and then actually learn, and it clicked a lot better.
That's actually how I started playing, because I met him, and we got in the same guitar workshop class, and we just started playing acoustic guitar together, like schmucks. Let's be fair, we're the two douchebags with the
We were
acoustic
definitely
guitars.
in the corner that everyone else was like learning. We're like, nah, we already know how to play, and just hid in the corner.
Yo, facts.
So Joseph,
I've been playing guitar, I guess you could say, since I was 19. But all in all,
really?
yeah, since I was 19. There's a weird, funny story to this, because this band has technically been around since I was 17. So I've actually been in this band longer than I've been a guitarist.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so in high school, I had a few friends that wanted to create a band, one of them being our ex-drummer. And, when we started this band, I didn't know any instrument, but I had nothing going on in my life, so that's when I wanted to be, I guess, a vocalist, because that's all I needed. So I picked up screams for a while, and then me and the guitarist didn't get along, he quit, and I spitefully said, you know what, fuck that guy, I'll be the guitarist.
No shit.
And it's been smooth sailing ever since, so...
That's wild. I've known you guys so long. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Fucking wild. Mark,
Hey, what up?
tell me about your beautiful beats
The beats?
and how long you've been beating it.
I've been beating
So
it.
hard.
I've been beating it since I was maybe 14 years old. And,
He's a late bloomer.
you know, I would beat it every day, long and hard. You know, for years.
This does something else but piss.
You know,
For hours on end.
probably played
Get it.
drums for like 6, 7 years, and then took like, you know, an 8-year break type of deal, you know. And I met these guys at a bar, and Joe was like, "Yo, you want to jam?" And I was like, "Yup." And freaking cheers to that, boys.
Hey.
Hell yeah, guys.
It made me buy a new drum set and fucking learn how to play an acoustic kit again, and it was a great decision. I love it. It's fucking fun. Yup.
I think it's a great thing that you joined on. You're one hell of a fucking drummer, brother.
Yeah, mister,
Thanks,
I
dude.
took an 8-year break, and now I'm better than everyone else in the band.
This nigga comes to upstage every day.
I've said this before, but I don't know if I've ever said it to you, Jordan. The whole scenario where me and Mark met was really coincidental and kind of like serendipitous in the sense that when I was at the bar that night, I was wearing like this sweatshirt that I really wasn't sure I was gonna get. It was a sweatshirt that had like Venom on it, and it was like for a death metal band that I listened to.
Oh, was that like sick ass, like multicolored, ridiculous
Yeah.
carnage
Dude, it
looking
was
one?
sick.
Yeah, that's dope.
It looked
So
like
I'm
Venom.
wearing it at the bar, and him and Matt,
Yeah.
they come over and they're like, "Yo, that's a sweet sweatshirt." I'm like, "Yeah, cool, thanks, man." And we started talking music. We started talking about like me playing guitar, him playing drums. If I never got that sweatshirt,
Right?
hey, that was never
It's
a
all
thing.
thanks to that sweatshirt.
It messes with my head, man.
That's
something.
fucking wild.
Thank goodness, dude.
So, collectively, how long has everyone known each other? Obviously, Mark's tardy to the party.
About a year and a half.
Yeah, around there. I've known Joe for. I didn't meet you till I was like 20, I think. No, I was like 18 or 19 because you guys were looking for a bassist, and I just started like
For the
kind of shits and giggles taking lessons at the shop in Beechwood. And I took like one lesson. I'm like, this guy's a fucking trash bag. And but he told me about Joe and gave me his number, and I'm like, hey, I'm down to play some music. Screw it. And that was Fuka and the Brujas at the time. It was like a cover band. We just like we shits and giggles playing like covers of what was it? Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Jimi Hendrix. And I think we played one show, and it was like an open mic at Lefty's.
Yeah.
And then Mike saw it, and he's like, hey, you guys want to jam?
Yeah. Well, I knew Jeremy since like high school. He moved down this area. He transferred into my high school. It was like my freshman year, your like sophomore
I
or
think it was
junior
junior, yeah.
year.
I was
Yeah, so
junior.
it was like your junior year. So we met. I was like 14. It was like my freshman year of high school, and like that ever since. And then, you know, he was doing his thing, blah blah blah. We always jam, just like kind of come over, play some songs, whatever, have a good time. But then he started jamming with Joe in that cover band, and they had a gig. It was in my town. They're like, "Hey, Mike, you should come through." And I was like, "Sure," supporting my homies. So, I went to the gig, and it was a good time. They're like, "Hey, you should like jam with us sometime." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, absolutely." And then I've been wrapped in ever since.
He fell in love with the stage.
It was like a no-brainer decision to like let you in the band too, because it was like I don't know. I feel like this is like a cocky thing to say, but like when I first started playing guitar, I had that like notion that I just sucked. So I worked really hard to like get good really quick, and then I realized that like a lot of people who learn guitar just kind of plateau really early and they just don't learn anything. So I was like, I got good quick, and I got better than a lot of people quick, and I was like, I don't know, it put me in a weird position to like look at everyone around me and be like, dang, I wish everyone was like really like better than I am. Like, kind of
I wish y'all would get fucking
and
good.
then like Mike came, and Mike had a lot to offer that I didn't really like. I wasn't really a good rhythm player, where he had really good rhythm chops. So it was really like cool to see someone doing something I wasn't, and so it was like, yo, I'm good at this, you're good at that.
And we've been fighting. We've been fighting ever since.
It's been like passive aggressive getting better. It's like Joe will get like he started sweeping before Mike, and then Mike's like, all right, you're gonna fucking start sweeping. I'm gonna shit all over these fucking solo skills. What up? And he just starts soloing his ass off. And then Joe just starts getting better, starts soloing his ass off, adding the sweeps. Then he gets these like, what was it during? You were trying to learn how to play Painkiller, and it was like this weird like tapping, skip, hop over all the freaking strings, and I'm like, fuck these guys, I'm gonna play bass. I'll keep slapping my bass.
It's healthy.
I'm good at that.
It's healthy and in good fun, but spite is like the birthright of this band.
Fueled by hatred and alcohol.
For the power of fuck you.
Ooh, that's a good album name. Fueled by hatred and alcohol.
Please. You heard it here.
Copyright
On WhoDat.
trademark.
Yay,
I thought you meant powered by fuck you.
I mean,
Yeah,
equally
that's
good.
That's gonna be a follow-up album.
That's way better.
Equally good.
That's the B-side.
Oh, good
God.
gravy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Supercharge.
So, fellows, amongst yourselves, who do you cite as influences for how you play individually?
311, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
If anybody hears you play,
Some
this guy's,
less than
this
Jake.
guy's full of shit.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater albums 1 through 4.
Yeah.
The classics.
Yes.
The classics.
I actually love that you're the drummer that's like that, because it kind of brings a cool perspective to the band. That you're like, you're not just like a metalhead. You're just like, you got a little bit of something else.
I mean, metalheads more often than not just like think, all right, let me just land these blast beats for the next 5 hours and then call it a fucking day. But like with your background in music, it just adds like a level of like funk and stuff that just there's funk in our music. There's some funky stuff that goes down. Cowbells are needed. Not everybody will use a cowbell. You're that crazy slut that will.
Wow. It's a hell of an allegation, sir.
I thought it was a
You heard it live. Just kidding, not live on WhoDat.
It was live at some point, and whenever you hear this, Mark will probably still be a slut.
Wow. Good lord.
Fingers crossed.
So that's oh my god.
No, man.
That came out my nose. That's not good.
Yeah, you keep capturing yourself. So, more influences, gentlemen. Obviously, we know that Funk Guru Master Mark over here.
Funky fresh. I think personally, my influences are like all over the place. Anything from like Between the Buried and Me to Municipal Waste in terms of like punk and thrash to I don't know, like maybe like Tool and like Primus, like especially like Larry Lalonde as like a lead guitarist is like very wacky and non-conventional, so I try and do a lot of that kind of shit. Like when I'm writing, I'm doing stuff I haven't heard before, or trying to anyway.
Radical.
Hey, can I throw in a couple that I forgot to like,
You can.
say?
You can.
You
You guys can have a
fuck
conversation
you.
individually.
Fuck you, I'm just gonna
Mark,
interject.
I remember like more than 3 bands.
I forgot. I do like some metal. So like, As I Lay Dying, of course, from first to last, I liked.
Yo,
'Cause they
like
had some
old
heavy shit.
school.
They had
Yeah,
some
like
really
that first
sick
album.
breakdowns.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really sick breakdowns.
Hitting us with
That's some
shit.
emo
As
shit.
I Lay Dying, fucking yeah, dude. Fucking Thursday and fucking Thrice and shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, all that good stuff. But yeah, As I Lay Dying is a great band. And I learned a song by them once, and that's great, because they're good. And I'm done.
They make good music
And he
stuff.
sticks the landing.
You made it.
the
You
fucking
ran
Olympics?
straight to home.
Is this the fucking Olympics? Or is that vault was flawless?
Oh my God, Mike! You got any influence in you? Are you under the influence, Mike?
Only slightly. But
Is
that's
anyone
okay.
under the influence here, guys?
No, there's been one beer involved.
I'm like half a beer deep.
Oh, my
It's
name's Mike.
depressing.
I drink one beer, and I want to. Hey guys, come fuck me.
Hello? So, anyways,
Some musical influences.
Jerome.
Oh, you
that-
skip Mike.
No, my turn.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Jerome Hush.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jinx, show me spit shine.
You didn't let me finish.
So I grew up
Before
on
Mark has more.
a lot. So I grew up on a lot of like old school, like pure 80s metal, like your Iron Maiden, your Big Four thrash metal. Like me and my dad would sit by the cassette player and listen to his old like bootlegs of like old like Ozzy Osbourne and Eddie Van Halen performances. And you know, as I grew up and like my sort of like my palette got expanded, I got into like the more like the modern metal, like the Lamb of God and Trivium. And there's like a real like soft spot for like super like chill out mellow like acoustic stuff, like your Andy McKee and your shit like that. Just like it's completely like just really like any music that's good I can appreciate.
Nice.
Agreed.
All right, I got Jordan looking at me like I'm a fucking convict. So
Assume the position.
I placed my music influence specifically on 3 people that introduced me to it, because before that I had nothing but my mother, and she listened to Ludacris. So I was literally listening to "Get Back, Motherfuckers Don't Know Me Like That" like for the longest time.
So is that
I
what you're
felt-
citing as your
dude.
first influence, Ludacris?
Apparently,
I think my first heavy influence was Limp Bizkit.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mark had another one.
Dude,
Mark
Chocolate
had an-
Starfish, are you kidding me?
Mark,
Best
you
album
you
ever.
are Limp Bizkit.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I did
Yo,
not,
let's
Best album
go.
ever.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not know we had this all in common.
Yeah, no, it's bad. But after that, I did get to hear like a lot of older metal. I was listening to Judas Priest. I was listening to a little bit of like Metallica and stuff like that. But then my uncle came into the picture and introduced me to Slayer. It has been a done deal ever since. Metal was always a thing on my mind at that point. He gave me Slayer. He gave me Megadeth. He gave me Sepultura, Pantera, like everything I could have ever wanted to listen to. And then going on to learning bass, I wound up liking funk music because of the person that basically showed me bass is kind of the shit. His name was Mike, oddly enough.
You can shout him out.
Mike Bruno, what up? Hope you're having fun on your boat. But he was a phenomenal freaking bassist. He put me to goddamn shame. Like, he was playing stuff by Victor Wooten and just wrecking Phase 24/7. But he showed me
Yeah, if you were in our high school.
he showed me Rage Against the Machine.
Shit.
And Rage Against the Machine kind of like introduced me to how much I actually like bass, because the bass playing
Hell yeah.
was amazing. And then he opened my eyes to like Primus, Mudvayne, because Ryan Martini was absolutely sick. And then I just kind of went with the Chili Peppers route and kind of broke off into more like of a subdued rock fashion. And then I met Mike. And then Mike just sent me full nosedive into like, oh, we're going to listen to some good old wholesome Trivium right in your mouth. And since then, the influence has always been Trivium, Lamb of God, and Killswitch Engage.
Wonderful. So at this time, we're going to take a moment to take one of those mentioned pee breaks, a refill break as well. Please feel free. Grab yourself a drink, take a breath of fresh air, enjoy life around you. There's going to be some tunes from NecroGardeN. Oh my god, they're going to be coming up right now. They're loud. Fair warning.
Thanks for the content, guys. Clank. And we are back with NecroGardeN on WhoDat. You probably just heard some cool jam music. Sat in the garage. That's what happened. But anywho, speaking of the garage and what's happening in there, so guys, everyone has a creative process. What's the creative process that goes through songs for you guys?
So initially, because me and Mike were writing back when we were in high school, and we were kind of just throwing song ideas back and forth and like recording with our phones because we're idiots, and that was the only means of actually getting songs together.
Lol.
And we had like 2 things we were screwing around with, and then we both hopped in the band with Fook and the Brujas, which is Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hey.
Fogey. And we kind of just brought those like songs to the table, and for the most part, it's been more of like a bouncing act when it comes to riffs and everything. Like the first 2 songs we ever made were Plague and Growth.
They sound pretty sick.
Those were the first songs we ever made.
So how many years old are those songs?
Yes.
That's since the
At
beginning.
least 7.
Alright.
It was Plague, Growth, and Shell Shock were our first 3.
Yeah.
That was like the EP.
Shell Shock is my baby though, but that's.
I have that
everybody
EP.
has
I still have the EP.
Everybody has that baby
Appreciate
of like a
you.
song in the band. I mean, like, it's not just one person making the songs and it just gets pitched out and then just goes from there. It's a collective effort of people just laying ideas on top of it. It's just one big ass sandwich. It's like, oh yeah, you got your bread, then you got your bacon, and then you got your burger, and then you got your other shit, and it's just like it just keeps going on and on and on. So like with Joe's newest song, Complexia, he brought together like pretty much an entire rough skeleton of a song, and then it was just everyone collectively bringing what they know to the table to make it.
I fucking loved making the drums for that song. That was a lot of fun. Because when Joe brings something to the table, it's like the timing is a little bit hard to catch. He's just so, I don't know, tricky with it.
Yeah.
And then,
You progressive asshole.
I just love trying to like accent all the hits that he's making and stuff like that. That's like how I like to play drums. I like to just accent everything I can.
I personally like that song because I feel like if I associate that song particularly with anyone in the band, it's mostly me and Mark. Just because when Mark came into the band, it was, I mean, before he even came to the band, when we jammed, and he was just this guy that I know, he was actually who I jammed that song with before I showed it to Jeremy and Mike and our drummer at the time. So it was like, that was a cool thing to really have outside of the band. Because, I mean, at the time, I really didn't feel fulfilled with the band. If you didn't know, I didn't feel totally fulfilled creatively, so I wrote stuff on the side. So when he joined the band, he already knew about that song. And we played the song, and that was kind of, I don't know, the first concept that I put forth that we really all wrote on.
That kind of made it through from start to finish.
Yeah. And it kind of helped smooth things over creatively in my eyes. That's more of a reason why I see it to be like more of a favorite for me personally, because that kind of made me feel more at home in the band. As weird as that may sound.
No, it's fucking lovely.
I mean, everyone needs to state their claim in any, like, if you're a part of something, you want to be able to have like a footnote and be like, yeah, I helped make the fuck out of that.
Yeah. That was definitely our ish complexity. You and me personally, because we were jamming on that.
He's talking
before.
to Mark.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for the people listening, you cannot tell which way Joe is facing, but it was towards Mark.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, me and you. Like, they're looking at it.
Hey-o. Yeah.
But yeah, the
My
writing
bad.
process for every song, it has aspects where it's the same, and it's aspects where it's different for all of them. A lot of the songs and concepts that were written before Mark, joined the band and really kind of like elevated him to the next level, is I did like a lot of the riff writing back in the day, but that's just because I didn't have anything else better to do with my time. So I was like, hey, let's sit in my room and write metal songs alone by myself. But it was fun, it's just, just like, people like hang out after school. That's what I went home and did instead, and had like a lot of emotions in high school, and I just kind of let the riffs be angry and loud and distorted and sort of speak to that. So a lot of what happened would be like I would write like a rough outline for a song. I'd be like, oh, this is like a rough verse, this is like a rough chorus, and I'd get to like the 2-minute mark for all these songs, for Plague, for Growth, for a lot of these other ones, that I would get to about the 2-minute mark, and then I would hit like a wall where I'd be like, oh, well, I don't know really where to take these next.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would come to when, I started jamming with these guys and we would play. I'd, bring the concepts to the table, and a lot of those songs, like Growth in particularly, like that one came out so organically, where like I had like the first half written and then it breaks off into a clean section, and then the clean to the end was like a completely organic just jam. Like we just got to that section and I was like, oh, let's try this, and then like didn't even like skip a beat. Like they all hopped in, and then like the song was written like right then and there. But more recently, the songs have been, I feel, a lot more collaborative from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in the beginning it was more like either Jeremy or like Mike would be like, hey, I got a concept. And like right from the bat, you'd like the concept. And at the beginning it was like, okay, yeah, I'll write leads. And that worked. And that'd be like really cool. But like it's weird because like leads are that type of thing where like you would think you would like want to fight over it, you would want to be the lead guitarist, and it'd be like this ego thing. But like it gets old quick. And it was like I personally found like myself in the position where I was like, damn, like I wish I could write more rhythms and shit. And I feel like that's like really where things are now, is that like everyone's more collaborative, everyone really puts in more, and things are sounding more dynamic.
Yeah.
So it's like it's definitely like a creative focal point for like, I don't know, the band.
Yeah, you can tell with some of these newer songs like Complexia, like a few other concepts that we have in the works, that they're a lot more like, you can tell like it's gone through the filters of like all four of us. And
Oh,
like,
House of the Broken Mold is like the pinnacle of that currently.
Yeah.
That's just fun as hell to play.
Nah, man.
AKA what?
Complexia is ready. As soon as vocals are ready, Complexia is ready.
waiting on Jeremy.
So that's
The books
a
for the
transition
vocals are
on here.
literally at my buddy's house. I just need to grab them right now.
So at what point in the song making process do the vocals start to get in there?
It can happen literally at the skeleton of the song. Like, if somebody brings forward a full skeleton of something, I could just be writing from that point on. Or I just this is gonna be some real emo like bitchy shit, but I used to write poetry a lot. Now there's a lot of the stuff that I used to write.
Yay,
that went in
poetry.
songs.
We love poetry.
So
What? Hello? Go on.
Hello.
so a lot of what I used to write poetry wise wound up in some of the songs and everything.
He plagiarized himself.
I did. I literally did.
See that? You played yourself.
Thank God I didn't publish my shit.
So, here's a fun thing. You do a variety of screams. So, what makes you decide on, okay, I'm going to scream like this in this section, now I'm going to scream like that in this section, and I'm going to use this golden honey voice that you're fucking blessed with in this section?
Get yourself a man that could do it all.
Yo, Jeremy could sing so well that my mom likes it. Then he does things that my mom hates.
Dude, my mom's the same thing. She's like, he has such a pretty voice, and then he just does the other thing. And I'm like, we like that, Mom.
Your vocals are the epitome
We accept him the way he is.
He was born this way.
Your vocals are the epitome of an abusive relationship.
That's the weirdest compliment I've ever heard.
Oh crap! Alright.
You good?
What was the question again?
How do you
I was professional as fuck until Joe was like, abuse!
Oh my god, so...
That's just a question.
Oh my goodness.
Holy crap.
So the question was, how do you decide whether you're going to add one type of scream or another, or if you're going to sing with said voice of honey?
It's honestly one of those what the song calls for things. Because I'll lay lyrics down, like I'll just write something out that sounds like it fits like melodically, but then it's me having the songs recorded on my phone. I'll be listening to them and go over those lyrics within that section, and then depending on whether it sounds right being screamed or sounds right being like just sang, it's really just a matter of trial and error, I guess I could say. Like there's an immediate point when you realize something isn't right.
Yeah.
Like if it's like hitting a sour note. It just doesn't sound right. So
Well, our music is pretty melodic.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of spots where it's like, all right.
oh, there's definite room to sing, and I take full advantage of what I can.
That, and like, I love that. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good skill to have. You know,
Hey.
you want to have a singer who knows how to sing.
Get you a man who can do both. Yeah. Well, that's the whole roundabout way of saying I just kind of wing it.
Wow. Fuck. Shit. See, this is one of those parts that I would just cut out because I'm saying nonsense.
The fucking shit.
And then it'll be great because then I'll go. So, who decided some sources for how you want to scream?
That was a weird road. Because eventually I didn't know I could scream for the longest time. That just happened because... Another moment of spite, actually, for the band. We were trying to look for a singer initially. And then I was like, fuck these guys. I don't trust nobody else to do it. I'll fucking do it. So I just learned how to sing out of nowhere. And we started doing the covers. And then I'm like, well, if I can sing, maybe I can do the stuff I've been listening to for like ever in a goddamn day. So I started listening to Black Tide because I loved Honest Eyes. That song was awesome, and borderline blew out my voice doing that the first time. That was not good. But then once I found Trivium to be closer to my fit, I'm like, oh, maybe I could try this. And I'm like, I kind of went a little bit too hard on that too. But then the second that I got really into Lamb of God and Kill Switch, I'm like, I can do these pretty damn well. Let me try this, because when it comes to finding your voice, when it comes to screaming, you have to find that place in your throat that feels correct to scream from. And if you don't, you're just gonna blow everything out. And you got to learn how to do it safely. And the second I listened to those two is when I found how to do it safely for me, and that's when I was able to develop like what I was able to do.
Didn't you scream to a lot of like Arch Enemy back in the day? That
did.
was like one of the bridging, like the stepping stones.
Actually, yeah, Arch Enemy was one of those stepping stones because I was listening to a crap ton of trivia and then a female screamer was the one that got me to actually like push harder, and then Lamb of God put the nail in the coffin. I'm like, yep, I can do this safely. Let me see what I sound like doing it my way. And so basically the springboard points were Trivium, Arch Enemy, right off at Lamb of God. And I'm just like, yep, know how to do it now. I'm good. Got this, guys, I'll do it, I got this.
Fucking shit. So like, how quick do you think you guys can put together like a song?
Shoot, we could do it in a couple hours. We've done it before.
Yeah, our newest song, Demons, was literally made in one day.
Just one jam sesh out in the garage. Jeremy's like, hey, we should do something with this riff. And it was like literally like a 2-note riff. And
Oh my
then
God.
like a 3.5 minute song out of it.
It was so
Yeah.
easy to make a song out of, and it rips. Like man, that guitar line is so nasty.
Another one of my babies.
Nasty.
That was cool. It's always good when you have two guitar players that are not playing the same thing because it adds dynamicism. And that was a song where it was just like he played his part, and then it took me not even 5 minutes to be like, oh, this is a part that complements it really well. And it just fell together, man.
And the first time I heard the song, I played along to it perfectly.
Whoa, watch out, it's Mark and his massive drum playing dong over here.
He doesn't even use the sticks, it's only his dicks. Yes, he's got 3 of them.
It's like the 6'6" Samus video of playing like Ender Sandman with the dildos.
Good gravy.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
You can give them wet noodles and they'll put out perfection.
Should that be in a music video?
Playing with wet noodles.
No!
Dildos?
Stupid.
Just got some linguine, just smacking it.
Nah, I think you're going fettuccine.
Do some fucking cavatelli on the hides.
Yeah, some songs.
It's called Gabadil.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, give him the gobbledygook.
Yeah, some songs, it just clicks. Other songs, it's a much lengthier process.
Yeah.
What's one of your lengthier songs?
Oh, which one took like a really long time to write?
I think it was Covenant, wasn't it?
Well, I think we're
Yeah,
still kind of
Covenant.
working out the end of that.
A little bit.
Covenant.
That was the longest standing then. Like, no, there's ones in the freaking like in limbo currently that we just haven't touched in forever, and there's ones that we're like we've been playing. There's one that we've been playing and it's just like we still gotta like flush out the details when it comes to the ending, but pulled off live real good.
Yeah, we do a lot of like jam the song out, see if it feels right. Jam the song out, see if it feels right. Jam the song out, see if it feels right. And sometimes we'll be stuck for like weeks and months, and then like one practice, one like Sunday afternoon we'll get together and we'll play the song, and then all the pieces will just be right, and we'll be like, oh, that was it, that was easy. Good job, guys.
We'll have like
We just level up.
We'll have like an aha moment.
Yeah,
know?
collectively.
Straight
We're
up
like,
hit
that
the
was
like-
it!
Yeah.
Ah!
You just change something like a little bit so it just works a little bit more smoothly, and then just boom, everybody locks in, and it just feels so good when you like finally nail the part. Song.
Nailing it. Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Hey, guess what time it is, guys? It is time to take another drink. Go grab a beverage, suit on up, listen to the tunes from NecroGardeN once again, just jamming with you, and we'll be back real soon.
So, yeah, you probably heard more music or nonsense on the interim between the last segment and this one. For all you know, this might not even exist right now, unless you're me. But we're going to start talking about, I think the spot where I say you guys shine like a fucking big-ass diamond. And that's going to be
so nice.
shows. We're going to talk about shows. So, first off, guys, please, talk about some, cool shows you've been to. What's been your favorite shows that you've seen?
Seen as in seen other people, or seen as in we were there and it was we were just throwing down?
Sir.
Rob Zombie all day.
Yes.
Rob Zombie was so cool. He had all the pyrotechnics and a giant robot. And the songs were obviously groovy as hell because it's Rob Zombie. And that was the coolest damn show I've ever seen. Next!
Oh man, I've been to a lot of shows. So I know certain bands that I've seen where I was all fucking about it.
Well, if it's separated by acts, tell me some cool acts you've seen.
Joe,
Yeah, true.
your answer is the 10th anniversary tour of Between the Buried and These albums Color.
Fuck yeah.
You didn't see it, but it was really fucking awkward because they were gonna one was trying to fist bump, one was trying to give a high five, and then they switched halfway through and then almost turkeyed each other. But then one of them, I don't know which one, opened their hand back up and got the high five.
I thought they were gonna kiss.
Oh my god.
We still might. Stay tuned.
I got one for me and Mike,
BT band.
and that was Slayer and Lamb of God
Good
Oh my God.
gravy.
in Pennsylvania at the Electric Factory. Holy shit!
And
that
Joe was there too.
You were there for that one?
Wait. It was the, which one?
It was in Pennsylvania at the Electric Factory.
Yeah.
When we started the
You-
freaking
you-
swiggity swag dance in the middle of the...
Yeah,
You were there?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
it was all
yep.
three of us, shit.
Yep.
When we did
All right.
the Can't Stop Us All charge.
Oh, that was... So,
Dude,
we went to go see fucking Lamb of God and Slayer. I'd never seen Slayer in my entire life, and I'm like, I need to see them. I need to see them once before they stop playing. And we drive all the way out to the Electric Factory in PA,
R.I.P.
and it starts when we get in there, it starts raining and drizzling a little bit. The first act, we missed the first act, I think, was
It
it?
was a behemoth, yeah.
Yeah, we missed
got
the-
there towards the tail end of it.
Yeah, we got there towards the tail end of Behemoth, and it started drizzling a little bit, and then it started coming down like a maniac. And there was there was lightning going off in the background and everything. And we're waiting for Lamb of God to kick on, and some douchebag just walks out on the freaking stage and is like, "Everybody go to your cars. We're gonna take an hour or so. We'll contact everyone to come back when the storm clears."
Oh,
And I'm
yeah. They were trying to corral. So they overbooked the outside stage for that show. If it had a normal 4,000 or 5,000 capacity, they had at least 7,000 people sardined in there. And then with the rain, we're getting flash flood warnings on our phone, the whole nine, and they're trying to not start the show because lightning and shit. And they're trying to get everyone, all 7,000 plus people, inside the tiny ass 500-person venue.
And I'm totally just being an asshole the entire time. I know security guards are there to do the job and stuff, but I'm an asshole the whole time. I'm just man, this is a fucking Slayer concert. The Slayer and Lamb of God concert. If we get struck by lightning and die at a Slayer concert, we lived a fucking dream.
That's the most metal way out, honestly.
I was I wish a lightning bolt would. That's
And
what
one
I
of
want
them.
my obituary to be.
But then when they're trying to corral us and everything, they're halfway out, and we just hear dun 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 dun, and I scream at the top of my lungs, "They can't stop us all!" A mob of people just shoot forward back to the stage. I was lucky enough to get freaking sardined directly up to the front.
Yeah.
And me and Mike were just bunkered in the entire time, maybe 10 feet away from Kerry King and Randy Bly, and it was amazing.
We got real intimate with that, the railing that they put up to keep the audience back, the front row stuff.
Oh yeah.
We got that, and my ribs got real well acquainted
Oh, dude, I
throughout the
had
night.
bruises on my ribs. It was
The guy
so
next to
bad.
me broke his ribs. He left after Lamb of God, and he was so chill about it.
That's so fucking metal.
He's just I gotta go. I think my ribs broke, and he just hopped and walked out. He didn't seem in pain. He's just yeah, I'm gonna go. And then he headed out.
That was the only time I've ever been in a mosh pit where it was like
Mosh pit.
a mosh pit.
Hey, it's a
Sorry.
mosh pit, man.
That's the only time I've ever been in a mosh pit where
Joey Swingili
it was
over
just
here.
downpour raining the entire time.
Wow.
It was
That's
kind of
sick.
nice.
It was fucking
The
sick,
most
dude.
refreshing thing of
That's
all
very
time.
cool as fuck.
I've never been so refreshed in a mosh pit.
That sounds pretty
Yeah,
fucking
but it was also
sick.
a Slayer pit, so it was fucking brutal
Oh, yeah.
the entire time. And I'm just like, well, you know, at least I'm like, I'm
I-
not dying to.
I wouldn't know because I
Fucking
was like up front the entire time. I was not giving them my spot. It's not happening.
True.
I feel that.
But this freaking javelin of a person. Every show we ever go to, I use him as like a fucking throwing stick.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
He's talking about Joe.
I'm talking about Joe. I use Joe as a throwing stick so many times at every show. Like either a battering ram or a throwing stick, or I just chuck it. Like we'll do ring around the rosy in the middle of the mosh pit, and I'll just chuck him at one side
Let's
of it.
not forget the infamous limbo pit.
Oh,
Was that
my
Machine
God.
Head at Starland?
No, that was.
That's so many different shows now.
That's literally
It's
seven
happened at
shows.
our shows. It's happened at Machine Head. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Literally started from doing a firehouse show in Waretown.
Barnegat?
Barnegat. That was it. It was Barnegat.
Love you, Barnegat.
Yeah,
Firehouse.
Shout out hometown.
Shout out.
Yeah. They freaking got shopping carts from the liquor store next door, and we're just like running around like maniacs inside of the venue. It was stupid. But at one point, we just picked up Joe, and then the circle pit that was just going along doing its thing turned into a circle limbo pit, and they're all running underneath Joe.
Oh shit.
It was wonderful.
It's the most thrilling thing to watch other people do, especially holding Joe, but I've been really curious for a while. Joe, what's it like having like 30 people running mock speed flailing under your hanging body?
So
While
here's
you're
the
playing
funny
guitar.
thing. Here's the funny thing about being a mosh pit in a mosh pit. Sorry,
I am mosh pit.
I don't identify.
I am
as
become mosh pit.
Nah, you identify as mosh pit.
I have
You
become
understand that.
pit.
Here's
No.
the funny thing. Like by myself, I'm not dangerous at all. But like, if you get a big guy who just pushes me, I'm not only pointy, but I'm going fast. I'll fuck you up every time. And it's my fault, but it's not my
No,
fault.
Joe, that's them using their. You're using their force against them. They run into you and they stab themselves.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
just Jeremy using you as a weapon. That's all that is.
it's like literally just putting like a round useless Beyblade next to like a really small but pointy Beyblade and then just fucking
Letting it rip.
everything out. Letting it rip, yeah.
It's like hook and razor blades up to your Beyblade. Just going at it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So you mentioned the Barnegat shows, and that's a pretty cool transition because I want to talk to you guys about some of your favorite shows that you played, and it can be outside of this pairing or grouping of gents. Please, tell me.
The best one, hands down, so far has been Rock to the Top. That was amazing.
Yeah.
The crowd was huge.
It's so cool.
There was it was.
Wait,
the
wait.
show at the Stone Pony.
There we go.
It was a Battle of the Bands competition at the Stone Pony, which is still ongoing.
Yes.
Because of, unfortunately, COVID
Spring
being a thing.
2021. Thank
Yeah.
you, COVID-19.
Spring 2021, we
Yes,
get to finish
it
the
is gonna
finals.
go down, and we are gonna.
Oh, we're going to melt faces.
We're gonna like win or something, but like
I hope.
I mean,
I
shoot.
hope. Listen, stay humble. Stay
Freaking A, man.
Excuse me.
down. Be humble.
So
We gotta win. Gotta do it.
about the previous one. This was in like when June.
Oh.
Hello.
No,
It was-
earlier.
It was earlier than that. It was supposed to be the finals was supposed
Oh
to be
yeah,
in
yeah,
June.
it was inside.
But it was like March or something like that. I think.
Yep,
Yeah.
it was like March.
Nah, June.
No.
The Stone Pony
The
thing?
last
that was
round.
Like,
No, the one
that
that
was
you
like
you
June
did.
9th or something.
The second round.
Oh, second round.
The
Yeah,
one
yeah,
you
yeah.
played.
That was like early in
Yeah.
the year, like February, maybe.
February.
Yeah.
Was
I
it
think
February? Oh yeah, it was like February or so.
Yeah, it's
There we
February.
go.
That was
got you.
packed to the gills. The lights were amazing. I was so
Yeah.
happy with every aspect of it. The sound was great,
Yeah.
and we just
The
threw-
new shirts were great.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
some new merchandise. You know, you can hit us up on our band page. You know,
You
on
could-
NecroGardeN on Facebook, Instagram. You go anywhere of those, just hit us up. We'll hook you up with a shirt.
NecroGardeN, one word.
Yeah. But the shirts were dope. The people were dope. There was people screaming. In one case, our one friend JD. Shout out to JD Party.
Woot
Our
woot.
one
No,
friend-
that's in the live recording of Growth, if that ever.
Oh yeah, no, he's in there. We had some.
Marriages.
We had
Marriages.
some.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
Yeah.
It's I heard him singing, and I'm like, there's one person in that crowd that knows our song, knows it so well he can sing it.
Hell yeah,
I am
great.
a happy damn person. The energy that was shooting off was amazing. We couldn't mosh, and there were people actually mad about that they couldn't mosh.
So many people. I was mad about it.
I was
on the stage and I was mad about it.
I was supposed to carry you off the stage,
Yeah,
and
we
they
had
got
a whole thing
salty.
planned.
Well, I mean, minus the things that we couldn't do, the things that we did,
Dude, it's such a good time.
it was crazy. It was just nuts. The entire experience was.
I love
Unbelievable.
the stage monitors, dude. Like, I never actually heard myself that way, and that was
Oh,
amazing.
you're getting kicked directly in your ear.
Amazing. And like hearing you guys up there, like, you know, just the sound of like when we're in the garage is one thing, but like playing out is
Dude,
such a different thing.
That Stone Pony show, hearing you was terrifying.
It was like-
Your kick drums were like medieval pirate ship cannons. Your snare was like the latest machine gun, and it sounded like a war zone, but in like the best way.
It sounded like if you turned a Barrett 50 cal into a fucking Tommy gun.
Yeah, the Stone Pony show was definitely my favorite show.
Yeah, it was so good.
sound-wise.
Yeah.
I think my personal favorite one was the last year's Rock to Adopt. We play this charity event every single year, have been for the past 2-3 years now, at the Popcorn Park Zoo. It's a 2-day event, takes place every September. It's resuming again this year. So far, it's still open. We're playing again. It's going to be great. It's a charity event where all the proceeds go to the animals there. They've severely lowered the adoption fees to, like, get pets adopted and shit. It's a great time. Yeah. But last year's, that was probably my favorite show because we're really good friends with Donna. And she's the owner, right? Something like that?
She runs the event. Like she owns the name of Rock to Adopt.
Yeah.
For sure.
So she's...
Shout out to Donna.
Shout out to Donna!
She puts on this event every year and it's great. And we kind of have a mutual understanding where we're this, you know... We're this hard metal band, but we always save one slot on the set list. We bust out a Red Hot Chili Pepper cover just for her because she really likes it.
Hey.
Yeah. So, personally, I think if you were to go into what my favorite show is, or was, it would probably be a tie between that one time we did QXTs
That was sick.
and the Stone Pony show. But I think they both tie because at both of those shows, we got to play to some people who you look at their faces and they don't typically listen to metal. They don't look like they do, but they're kind of just floored and like taken aback by it. And it's not so much like you feel judged, but like every time you talk to them after the show, they're just like, yo, that was fucking like incredible.
I feel like that happened a lot with the Stone Pony shows.
What was that?
I mean, we look like a bunch of fucking ragamuffins.
Well, it's definitely like a common theme because whenever we book a show, whenever we play a show, no matter where it is, whether it's Stone Pony or Brighton Bar or QXT or Rock to Adopt, we always seem to be like the only band that's like remotely in our sphere of metal.
Yeah.
So like you have like a bunch of other bands go on and they're all doing their thing,
like
and then
punk
we
pop,
go
and
on
then you're
and
like-
we're like, hey, let's segue to something completely different. And then it's just like, and we're definitely always like that outlier band, which
I would beg to differ that Joe's is actually QXT, solely because there's a fun fact about Joe. Him and strippers are two things. Those two things, they work together real well, and there happened to be an exotic dancer at that show,
Is this
Joe.
a meeting?
They
Is
work-
this a meeting now?
Yeah, this is an intervention.
Why?
Joe.
Why do we have to bring this up?
And there's one person that was sitting there, and he was just like, "God damn," and like daintily put $1 right on.
Yo, so this,
Alright, so
my favorite
hold
show.
on.
My favorite show was the second time we played fucking Barnegat, and that was a lot of fun. Guys, do you remember that time? Not the time we went to the strip club with Joe.
Joe, I want you
lost
to.
All right.
Joe, repeat
Alright.
after me. Repeat after me. I will not spend $300 on a lap dance again.
So here's the thing. y'all booked the show in the strip club. So I was being a good sport. Y'all fucked up, alright?
I was a good sport with a full wallet. What do you want me to do?
I'm just supporting
Nah,
the
Mark,
scene,
that Mark got
man.
really sick though.
I'm just supporting the scene.
Nah, man. Barnegat Fire Hall has been very supportive with us.
Very wonderful people out
you
there.
guys
Mike
know
Baglio, what up?
Shout out to
yeah.
Mike for being the fucking
Mike Baglio's
homie.
the man
Deadass.
for setting up those shows, and like we're trying to make it like more of a local like thing, you know? Like, where's all the bands at? You know, it's 2020, man. Where is
Whoa.
everybody?
Whoa,
Now we need
whoa,
to skip
Mark.
2020 and go to 2021 because
Yes.
it's bullshit already.
2021.
LOL. You're hiding something, Mike. And it's on your guitar pick.
Oh.
What?
Midnight Hellion, dude.
Oh yeah, those guys. Yeah, so I actually play guitar in a second band, Midnight Hellion. I joined on like last year, right around Halloween. It was actually right after we played a Rock to Adopt show. They were also playing, and they were in a position where they needed a guitarist, so they hit me up like from that show.
You slut, you've been cheating on us this whole
And they're
time.
like, hey, not only for a little while, you're fine. And, you know, they're like, hey, you know, come jam with us, blah, blah, blah. We're looking to, like, fill, like, these gigs. And then we did. So December, I actually went with them over around to the West Coast, and we did a week-long tour down there. We opened up for OTEP.
Fuck!
Dude, it was sick. We started in, like, we did Iowa, like a gig in Iowa, then a gig in Nebraska. We did, like, 3 gigs in Colorado, then, like, flew over and did a gig in Salt Lake City. And, like, went home, like, Christmas Eve. It was, like, it was an adventure. And I can't wait for us to go on a similar adventure.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Hell yeah, man.
That's gonna be great.
Hopefully in the coming non-COVID times, it'll be able to be a reality.
Hopefully.
Less COVID times.
Unless that leads to like underground shows.
Oh my god.
Let's
What?
do
I'll play in
that.
somebody's fucking basement. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
bring the people,
Yo,
we'll bring the music.
If you have a party in your basement, hit us up, cause like
I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically in your basement. It could be above ground level. We'll play that too.
Yeah, we don't want no Buffalo Bill situations. Just saying.
NecroGardeN plays in the hole.
Oh.
It puts the lubricant on the strings.
Oh my god.
Oofa doofa.
So, always a big fan of shout-outs here on WhoDat. Couple of cool bands you've had the opportunity to play with, guys. Like, people you want the other people to listen to.
what's that one that was like they had all the makeup on? They were badass.
Night's Edge? Yes, Night's Edge.
Yeah, those guys were cool.
They were pretty damn dope. They had a keytar and everything. It was really sick.
Oh, that's wild.
They put on a really
Nuts.
cool show. I don't know.
I would definitely say we actually opened up for a band at the Brighton Bar that was opening for Ozzy back, like, I want to say back in the 90s, 80s or something like that. It was
about a Raven.
Yeah, Raven. They were opening up for Ozzy and stuff. They were doing some big, like, label shows, and honestly, I was just kind of, like, throwing back that we got that show in the first place. And we played it, and I was like, I think I like the ones where Mike Portnoy's son's there. That was
Yeah.
that was nutty one.
We did
Next to None.
Next to None was really cool. We did Dollskin. We did what was that other band? Dead by Wednesday.
Yeah,
Dead by Wednesday.
Dead by
was-
Wednesday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we ended up opening for
Yo,
them. That
Dead
was
by
kinda
Wednesday,
crazy.
if you hear this, total shout out. You guys are freaking sick. Come back to Jersey and play with us again.
Yo,
That
I
was
wish
dope.
I got to play with like all these cool bands you guys are talking about. 'Cause I feel like
Soon, Mark.
Yeah.
I feel like we would have shredded it so damn hard.
Listen, you will
We
love
would have
Dead by
tried it
Wednesday.
1,000% harder.
They went from like
The
a
behind
mix
it.
of play that funky music, White Boy, from Pantera's Demolition.
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous. They went from hardcore metal to play that funky music, White Boy. It was amazing. It was great.
It was a great show. I've been to a lot of y'all show.
Yo, shout out to Jordan.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
shout out to me. It's me,
Shout
Papa
out.
J, Variety
Shout out
Express.
to Papa J.
That's
Who
what
dat?
this is. It's a Variety Express, motherfuckers. Oh my good golly gumdrops. So yeah, they're
Yes.
All right, that's no
So-
one getting there.
I'm gonna make that my text message ringtone.
I could cut it out of this and send it to you individually.
Please
So, that being said, a lot of cool people you performed at, a lot of fun spots you've been to. Shout out to the future live stream show.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
about it.
Call
yeah,
us out, yeah.
yeah, you're goddamn right. Guess who's gonna film it?
Yo, Papa J coming at you, let me know. Freaking NecroGardeN live stream in August.
Yo, that sounds dope. We just need microphones, guys.
Mark's gonna film it.
We're gonna
while
do a
playing the kid.
microphone.
Oh yeah.
Microphone?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
All
fucking
weird
god.
GoPros.
Can't wait to see you guys do that. So,
Can't wait.
we're gonna start wrapping up. What I want from you guys as the humbled musician people that you are.
We fucking suck.
Nice shuffle there, you dick.
I couldn't keep a straight face.
NecroGarden's okay, guys. You should check us out.
Yeah, shout out to the fact that anytime I try to talk to text this band name into my phone, it always labels you as NecroGardeN.
Regarding your neck, sir.
Every
That's cancerous.
single time, no matter what. But from you guys, I want a word to the younger generations. The youths, excuse me,
The
sir, to the youths who are thinking about hopping on the drums, hopping on some strings, or trying to get just started doing something with that creative energy.
Do not give up. Like, keep playing, and like, if you feel like you hit a dead end, just like
Jam, honestly. Jam with
Yeah,
somebody. Find somebody to
jam.
bounce ideas off of.
jam or like start looking at your idols and try to emulate what they do, and like that's a good way to get good. Just try to
Personally-
do what other people do well
And make it your own.
and make it your own.
Personally,
Every time.
I think it's always good to just embrace the suck. I think, dude, when
Shout
I-
out to Joe's ex-girlfriend.
dude, embrace the suck, because when I first picked up guitar, I was 19.
Thanks, man.
I was coming into it real late, and I remember looking at everyone around me. Everyone knew more than me. Everyone did better than me, and so I tripled down on my effort, and I was really self-critical. But if you could balance that, if you could be self-critical, but also not quit, that's like the formula for success. Because you're gonna get nothing but better. You're gonna get good quick, and I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be that guy that's not gonna take no for an answer and just really do whatever it takes to get shit done, man. Get it done.
Get her done!
No, I would say that my definitely biggest sort of little nugget of knowledge or whatever for the younger generation is honestly to just dive in head first and just do it, you know? Music is all about self-expression. It's all about sort of it's like an outlet for like how you're feeling and everything like that. And
Yeah.
just remember that no one can ever tell you that what you're playing is wrong. I mean, there's rules, quote unquote, there's music theory, there's things that sound good and like progressions that sound a different way, but at the end of the day, you know, it's all about you. And if you get together with a band with a few people and you start jamming like I've been lucky enough to, and it becomes something greater than the sum of its parts, and it's a magical thing. And
cry, niggas.
you know, like unlike crack, I would say try it at least once.
So humble. So wholesome.
I
Play
would,
music, don't do drugs.
I would say there's
Well.
never too late of a time to start, honestly. Like, I felt like I jumped in too late, and now I'm able to play music that I've been listening to for so goddamn long that I don't know what to do with myself. There's so much I can do and have fun with, even if I'm not jamming with the band. I'm at home, I can play whatever I want to play. Like it's a way to just kind of connect with the music that you connect with very personally. And there's really never any time.
You gotta know your instrument, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
There's never a wrong time to jump into playing. Like if you're 27, 52, whatever, I don't care. You want to pick up a guitar, freaking do it. Get a drum set, sit on the throne and start beating away.
Yeah, man. If you're pissed off, drums are the best.
Yeah, just
man.
beat the crap out of
Therapy.
I got that good middle ground.
Hell out of your drums. If you're an angry person, you'll feel so much better.
I got that good middle ground. I have a bass. I beat the shit out of it. I'm punching my bass playing, and it's like
That proper technique.
yeah, you gotta fist it.
Oh my goodness.
It's never too late. It's never too early. There's people that have been playing since they were literally born. Like they're just like sitting there with their parents, listening to a guitar being played, and then trying to put their hand on the guitar and trying to play along. Perfect way. I've never seen anything more damn beautiful than that. Like little kids playing instruments sick. All right, put me to shame. I want to see it. Like I want to enjoy this visual.
Yeah.
Like just jump into it. Dive head first, as Mike said. Dive head first. Don't let anybody stop you.
Fucking excellent, guys. I think that the youth should take this to mind. There's a lot of good things you guys are saying. Because, like, the age variation on y'all is a fun one. Y'all are old, y'all are young, but
Yeah.
there's a lot to still come. And I'm really happy that I've had the opportunity to sit down and chat with 4 guys I hold in such high regard. I love you all.
Sappy
Oh,
bitch.
Papa J.
Motherfucker. So find NecroGardeN on Facebook, find NecroGardeN on Instagram, wink wink. Find NecroGardeN on Spotify, and more to be on Spotify, yes?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Anywhere you listen to your music, you can find us. We're on that Apple Music. We on the Amazon Music and Google Music, all that good stuff. I don't even know. If it says music, we're probably on it. So
This is wonderful. So this has been WhoDat. I think you know who fucking NecroGardeN is now.
You know who this is.
WhoDat is!
WhoDat
WhoDat is on here.
who that boy?
Thank you so much for listening if you've been listening. And if you're not listening, you will. Or not.
Okay.
That's a promise.
That being said, say goodbye, guys.
Later. Bye bye.
Catch you on the next Express. Bye-bye.
Hello, one and all. It is Papa J all day, and I just want to take this moment to thank you. If you're listening to this, thank you so much for hopping on the Papa J Variety Express. Thank you for listening to this episode of WhoDat with NecroGardeN. And that being said, it is time to introduce something I'm very excited to share with everyone. This is from the set performed at the Stone Pony, NecroGardeN, and their song Shell Shock. Please enjoy. Rock on.
This next song is called Shell Shock. We fight! Bullets fly what's the sky for? Hydrogen bomb! Shelter to hollow from God! Look on us all! In the shining field of shell! What went wrong? The witnesses of despair! We march! The witness will to survive! This is all! It's our world to lie! It was a trap! Hoping we fall to our down! But we are torn! Tormented, tortured, but still! To know true courage is beyond that line of fun. To be ready to die. what's left of their home. What have we done? Those are the sons of for what? To be fast, thousands of lives got for shot. To be pride, the souls are of prisoners and die.